Hey everybody, welcome back. It is episode 18. We are back in the prime line. War Games News Radio, Fistful of Neutrons, a few neutrons more. This is season 2. We are back in the prime timeline, and I am excited. I'm also feeling a little bit rusty. It's been a couple months since I've sat in the Overseer's seat. That Home on the Rage mini arc was super fun. I was extremely excited to step back in the role of Yuri Andropov, but now I am I'm back in my my overseeing capacity. So hello players, how are we doing today? How is everyone feeling?
Hi.
Just
fantastic.
Super.
Awesome. I am super excited to see where this next leg of our adventure goes. Home on the Rage and the Winter of Adam actually gave me some ideas of how we're going to play sort of this episode tonight. And I'm super stoked to see what you guys come up with. But before we do that, let's really quickly go around the horn and to my immediate right, I guess, is the way that you guys see it. Let us reintroduce ourselves to our audience really quickly. Raj, who are you playing tonight, buddy?
I'm back. Johnny's back, and I couldn't be more excited. I mean, doing the whole McConaughey repairman Bert Nerdy was a wonderful little shake up, let's call it. But Johnny,
I ruined so many panties with that character.
It is just a complete mess. Anyway, really happy to be Johnny again and see what that little rascal's been up to. Let's find out.
I am super excited as well. Let's pitch it over to Ryan. Ryan, who are you going to be playing for the rest of our arc here? Absolutely. And last but certainly not least, we're going to pitch it over to Grant.
Oh, I heard we're having some mic issues. Can you hear me now?
Ryan's mic.
Ryan's mic. No sound.
No sound.
No sound.
Ryan's mic.
Well, guys,
there it is. We're back.
It wouldn't be fucking War Games News Radio if we didn't have some technical difficulties.
Perfecto. Okay, yes, we're back. You didn't miss much. All I said was, hello, I'm Ryan. I'm a robot. I'm excited to be a robot. Robot beep boop.
Beep boop.
Mr. Microwave, we're back,
Beep,
baby.
Boop. Indeed.
Grant, the Rifleman, how you doing? How you feeling?
So these
Singular.
These culty thugs have captured my friends, and that is the last thing they're ever going to regret while they still draw air on this irradiated shithole of a prairie.
All right, well, that was certainly aggressive and dark right out of the gate.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
On brand.
Speaking of which, a little sort of content warning off the top. We are playing in the Fallout universe, which, as you know, if you've been paying attention and playing along with us or played the games, deals with some mature content and mature subject matter sometimes. However, here at War Games News Radio, we try our best to keep it fun, weird, and not gross weird. So we aren't going to take it to any really distressing, horrifying places. We're kind of dancing a fountain crazy, not steal a cop's gun crazy. So So we're gonna keep it light, keep it fun. We love to have you guys here. Pop off in the chat window like always. We'd love to see you. We got Heath, Crasboo, we got Zach Posey, Surprise Boulette, James Monson, George Keith is always here. Got, what did I say? Surprise Boulette. We got RC Walker. So like the gang is all here.
Gang is back.
we got the band back together, guys. We always love to see you, always love to chat with you, and yeah, just engage with us. Also, we are still raising funds for humanitarian efforts in the Ukraine. You can find our links down below if you have a few spare shekels to toss their way. I know it would be greatly appreciated. It's been over a year now, and things are still happening in Ukraine. So if you've got a couple extra dollars, I know that we and they would very much appreciate it. Please do follow us on Patreon, follow us on our Discord server, check us out on our Instagram. I know that new content is always coming out. Tomorrow, Ryan is releasing a video, I believe, on the
Nuka World Wave releases and all the new changes that are going to be coming that'll be out tomorrow morning, short and sharp. And if you're one of our Patreon members, then right after this video, it will be live on early access here on YouTube for you to watch. So it's a double whammy tonight if you're on our Patreon and or YouTube membership. So there you go.
Yes, absolutely. So again, always new content coming out, and yeah, please do subscribe to our Patreon if you feel so inclined for that early access. I think I've covered all the housekeeping stuff. Early access.
That's what
is that what that is?
Sure, it is now.
Is that? Was it?
We're going with it.
Is it?
We're going with it.
We're going with it.
All right. I believe that's all of our housekeeping. So I am super excited to refresh everyone's memory. Where we last left off, the gang had hatched a brilliant plan. I, as the overseer, had stepped out of the room, giving them about 5 minutes to plan what they wanted to do. And they decided to just march Johnny Bottlecap right up the fucking main street and say, "Hi, I'm here."
It was an idea.
It was an idea. It worked in the sense that
it did.
It
happened.
It happened.
It occurred.
It occurred.
It occurred. It was.
It is.
It is. So Johnny and Mr. Microwave were captured by the Children of Atom and spirited away back to Emerald City in the back of a truck. Meanwhile, Grant was sort of blackjacked and black-bagged by a covert cell of coyotes that had infiltrated the Children of Atom to gain information on them, looking for a piece of arcane pre-war technology that was rumored to spill out massive amounts of dangerous radiation and be incredibly powerful. The Children of Atom were looking for this for their war effort. Our Silent Derek was caught in the crossfire. Silent Derek, who had escaped from the vault dwellers to meet up with his Children of Atom friends, unfortunately caught a bullet. And Silent Derek is no longer with us on this mortal coil. He got straight up.
Really lives up to the name.
Yeah.
He's
perpetually silent.
Perpetually
silent. Super silent guy. You never hear anything from him.
Permanently silent Derek.
Yeah.
Yes. So I believe if there is nothing else, do you guys have any questions about what happened last episode before I jump into the new episode?
Me and Johnny got locked deep down below. Or recall this.
Yes, you met with Confessor Gray, who everyone loved.
Yeah,
you guys love that character
for sure.
She wasn't creepy in the least.
No. And if I recall correctly, too, we learned a good deal about sort of like the Children of Atom's coming to be-ness in the area, and Confessor Gray sort of like rising to power from the old.
Her ascension to become the Confessor Gray.
Questionable ascension, if I remember correctly.
Yes, you both observed several mosaics painted on the wall depicting a story, and it did not cast Eugene Manyshields in the best light.
Yeah.
As a coward and a thief. Confessor Gray talked to Johnny and gave him the option of cooperating with their plans, giving up his blood freely and being allowed to live in a certain level of comfort and freedom while in Emerald City. Mr. Microwave, I believe that you counseled him to do such a thing and play along.
Indeed.
So, yeah. And then other than that, I think we left the throne room, the dais that Confessor Gray was in, while you were both escorted to your living quarters in the Emerald City.
Indeed.
So, the curtain descends. Where we last left you, it was late spring in Kansas, in the Kansas territory. About 10 weeks have passed. We are jumping forward in time. It is now late summer, the dog days of summer. It is squelching hot in the early mornings, and Rifleman, as you are out on the plains, it's about 9:30 and the sun is well up, and you can already hear the cicadas chirping in the long, tall grass. It is you can tell already it's going to be a scorching day. The coyotes that you were with, again, if you remember the last episode, you were granted a captain rank in the coyotes and were allowed to pick your own squad. Who did you end up picking, by the way?
Well, Fumbles for sure.
Fumbles is there with
Obvi,
you.
like
Obviously,
Obviously.
Fumbles is
Insta-take,
there.
yeah.
Obviously. I picked the ragtags. I picked the dreamers. I picked the unique, the broken wings, the quirky types, the precocious ones.
You're
amazing.
making bad company.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
like,
making
it's like
bad company here.
a real
Yeah.
dirty dozen situation. Like
Yeah, exactly. However many they'll give me.
I think
And,
I think
yeah.
4 plus you is a good
Yep.
number. So
Thanks.
Fumbles is definitely with you. We have 2 other coyotes, and I think, what do you think about a reclaimer being with you as well?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Having recruited a reclaimer, one of the younger kids from Many Shields sort of camp, impromptu school for gifted children, the Eugene Many Shields School for Gifted Children.
Yeah.
Out of here.
Absolutely.
I call them my X-Men.
They used to be men.
They were formerly men.
Yes,
They're
now they
formerly
are.
men. They
Like
are
EX.
Yeah,
X-Men.
EX-Men. Yeah, for copyright purposes.
Now they're just ghosts. So let's put it on, the last ghillie suit you'll ever wear.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a reclaimer and a couple other coyotes that are the quirky ones that never really fit in.
for sure. You've definitely got Fumbles. You've
Yeah.
got a reclaimer. What's your scribe, your techie's name for?
That's the reclaimer.
That would be the reclaimer. Yeah. What's their name?
One moment, allow me to
I'm
check my
just-
notes.
Yeah. No, I'm just putting you on the spot.
Well,
No
yeah,
worries.
if I may, we do have a lovely list of Patreon members.
You know what we do?
That we could bestow a
Yes.
name upon. In fact, let me go and take
Number
a look
6 on the list.
and pull one from the hat here. We need a chosen one. Let's take a look. Oh, we've already used that one. Okay, here we go. We've got, and I believe he's in here in the chat here tonight. We've got Zach Posey.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You've got Reclaimer Posey with you.
Reclaimer Posey, fantastic.
Yeah, Reclaimer Posey, they look up at you. It is, like I said, sort of late days of summer, and they have ochre, sun-kissed skin. You guys have spent a lot of time outdoors under the sun, traveling around in the Kansas territory. It's been 10 weeks since your friends got kidnapped. The way I'm going to do this is, if you guys have been watching the Home on the Rage mini-series, we kind of did this really cool back and forth trading of resources. So if you give me action points that I can spend against you for rolls, in this first kind of 2-week chunk after your friends had been kidnapped and scurried away, what did you get up to, Rifleman, after you put your crew together?
So first 2 weeks was team building exercises. We did some trust falls. We did 2 truths and a lie.
You did a high ropes course.
Would you rather?
We did a high ropes course. Yeah, we did a little bingo, interpersonal bingo.
It
was orientation week.
Stiff as a board, light as a feather. Stiff as a board, light as a feather.
Absolutely. I wanted to learn from my crew, see what they were like, have them learn about me, share knowledge and information about how they did such a good job being a coyote, because I have a lot to learn, not having been a coyote before. And I showed them a couple tricks, because most of them, except probably Reclaimer Posey, could show me a thing or two about repairs, but I showed them how to, some of my old tricks, WD-40, etc., duct tape, with fixing stuff up.
Yeah, so let's say there's an open exchange of information, sort of. Well, Rifleman, you have never been particularly stealthy. I know you have the perk, but like, we haven't really narratively explored that too much. So while you gained your ghillie suit and sort of the silencer on your rifle, they went about giving you the quick crash course, the rundown on tactical like maneuvers that they have learned, how to most effectively employ the ghillie suit, some survival techniques that they have learned out in the Kansas territory. In fact, let's do a roll, my friend. I want you to give me a difficulty 2 intelligence survival roll to sort of narratively pick up, narratively how much you pick up of this.
Let's see if this little dog can not learn any tricks at all.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Bang it start.
Actually, yeah, like you're a bit rusty. You're used to your old ways. You're used to doing things, well, like pretty much solo, except for, your small cadre of friends, but you're not used to leading. You're not used to taking advice from other people. It's kind of like a little bit grating on you. It's been a long time since you've taken tips, pointers, advice from others, especially people. I want you to know that like the coyotes are extremely young. They're like 16, 17, 18. So you've got like kids telling you how to live, and you are not feeling it.
The highlight moment was, I'm trying to start a fire using one of their methods, and for like 2 hours I'm sitting there. I can't get any smoke at all, and so I like bat away all the kindling that I'm using in a frustrated grunt, and I turn around and Fumbles is just like,
yeah, absolutely. There's a little bit of a Jake Sully learning how to live in on Pandora moment here. Jake Sully.
Pronounce it in their tongue, can you please?
Right, please. It doesn't go off to a banging start, to be honest. Your crew of misfit toys don't necessarily see you as a natural, inspiring leader yet. Who knows?
Enough.
It's the first couple weeks.
My first 2 weeks go. That's Rifleman.
Off to a good start.
Off to a banging start. Okay.
There, pal.
The camera will then shift. It is your first 2 weeks underground, gentlemen. I have to impress on you how absolutely oppressive this fucking place is. Awesome. It is that sort of green ambient light that is like, I want you to sort of picture, like in Lord of the Rings, that underground undead city. It kind of is that constant 24 hours a day. You have no idea what time it is above ground. You wake for 12 hours, you like work, you sleep for 8, and you don't see any light. No outside natural light is happening. Johnny, you have to be constantly pumped full of Rad-X and Radaway just to survive under here. There are certain places that are shielded, like the Confessor's like throne room and your quarters, but pretty much anywhere else that isn't lead lined in those 2 safe areas, you are constantly under surveillance and being administered anti-radiation drugs. There seems to be a fairly competent child of Adam doctor who is monitoring your blood levels, your thyroid, stuff like that, every couple of days. What do you guys get up to? You have a handler, a Children of Adam handler who kind of follows you around and observes you. What's their name?
I almost said Pedro, but we already have one of those.
We already have Pedro.
We already have a Pedro. It's no, I was going to say Stubbins, but that's from an older campaign too.
That's from an older campaign.
Stevens.
Okay, yeah, you have a handler, Children of Adam Zealot Stevens, who is a older gentleman, let's say. He's probably well into his late 50s, early 60s, and looks goddamn terrible. He looks like a ghoul himself. He has not been ghoulified, but he is bald, liver spotted, radiation burns. He kind of looks like Proto Yuri, who follows you around and kind of makes observations on you. Johnny, for the first 2 weeks, what do you get up to? Like, what is your plan? You have been given sort of moderate free reign to move about the silo, Emerald City, but you are being observed the entire time.
I think Johnny's gonna try and get into as many areas as he possibly can. Play the idiot, like, oh, am I not supposed to be here, kind of thing. Like, come up with really stupid excuses for why he keeps going to places, but like, so
was
believable.
I not supposed to be in the nuclear reactor?
Oh,
I was
shit.
looking for.
I took a left turn.
Crackers.
I was
Are there
looking
no
for the
crackers
bathroom.
here
Is
in
this? Yeah.
in the reactor core?
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, for sure. What is your goal for doing this? Like, what is it like? What's the plan? Why does Johnny sort of?
Johnny's like, he's not looking for anything specific, but he's got his ear out to hear if he kind of can figure out some intel about the whole how the place works and who does what and what might give him an advantage. So
Maybe
he's
like
intelligence gathering, but he doesn't know what type of intelligence he's looking for.
like a lay of the land, maybe too. So like maybe kind of like map the place out, so we kind of like know
timing people,
where
like,
we
oh,
are,
at
like-
lunch hour you're up here and it leaves this door unprotected for a certain amount of time. Like,
Okay.
just
I'll
establishing these patterns.
I'll give you 2 options.
physical intelligence.
Absolutely, I'll give you 2 options. Option 1, if you want to map routes, paths, sort of other people's routines, that'll be a perception survival roll.
Oof. What else you got?
What else? Do you got? If you want to
Luck survival?
if you want to make it into sort of maybe, let's say, more secure areas where you shouldn't be, and sort of duck your handler, I will give you the option for agility sneak. Now, both are going to give you 2 different types of information.
That's fine. I'm significantly more adept at one than the other.
Okay.
So I would rather learn something than definitely not anything at all. So we are going to agility sneak.
Okay.
Ooh, sneaky time.
I'm now going to give you the option as a player to push your luck. Do you want to do a difficulty 1, a difficulty 2, or a difficulty 3?
Ooh, this is interesting.
Question.
Yes.
In the amount of time that has elapsed, have my luck points restored, or am
Yeah,
I like,
everyone's back to this is a brand new
Quest
sort of
line,
quest
yeah.
line. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Once we finish the Silent Derek quest line, which Rifleman, remember we finished this Silent Derek quest line. You have reset back to your standards.
okay,
So-
well, I don't think I'm gonna do a substitution, but I just was curious.
Yeah, for sure.
Good to know you got the option.
Are there any action points, or would I be buying to buy an additional dice? Would I be
You can
spending?
you can spend to buy an additional dice. You have no action
pool.
points in the pool right now.
Okay, I'm gonna
Neither
buy
you
one extra dice.
nor I do.
I'm gonna buy one extra dice,
Okay.
and I want to do a
Thank you.
difficulty.
You are a kind and loving player.
I do what I can. I want to do a difficulty 3
Ooh.
agility.
Now,
Sneak.
just to make this clear, if you succeed 2, I'm not going to give you the second level. You've decided for 3, you have to make 3 to get.
That's the hard deck.
No consolation
Ooh.
prizes.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
let's do difficulty 2 with the 3 dices.
Okay.
There you go. Split the difference a
Yep.
bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
Make me
Alright.
that roll. Make me that roll.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you in hell. Ooh.
What?
Ooh,
Must be a
man.
lady.
By
Whoa.
re-rolling.
Wow.
Hold on.
These rolls.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh, holding. What do you want to do?
I've got something for this. I've got to have got something.
You
for
gotta have something.
yeah.
You have to have a perk for
Reckless nature or something. When you buy
Yes.
a dice from the DM, like I think when we go into the negative, you can do a re-roll or something.
Yeah, check those abilities.
Check those stats. Check those perks.
this. Yeah. Wow. Daring nature.
Daring
Whenever you
nature,
attempt to
yeah.
Skip kill death. Yeah. I get to re-roll a dice.
Okay, re-roll a dice.
Short
for me.
story. I'm not done yet.
Lord Story Schlong.
We back, baby.
Okay, target number is a 13.
13.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
God.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, so
It's done.
Yeah.
while Zealot Stevens he seems old and rickety. Johnny, every time you try to like meld into the shadows and turn a corner, he's fucking already there, like watching you. Doesn't put a hand on you, doesn't do anything, but just like is watching you. Like as soon as you like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then like slink out of the bathroom, he's around the corner. Like
He's in the toilet.
Yeah.
he's in the toilet.
He is
You
the toilet.
cannot shake this motherfucker for the life of you.
God.
And it's actually starting to drive you, like Johnny, batshit crazy.
Oh,
Like-
I love it. He's not
As-
stopping it either. Like he's still trying, but it's not working.
Yeah, like, and yes.
It's a good bit. I like it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like Zealot Stevens, as soon as you, like, he's not saying anything or doing anything. He's just purposely, like, shutting you down every time you try to
It's like a
demoralize him.
Scooby-Doo door chase, and everybody's
Yeah.
coming and going out of the. Okay.
So that's how you
Yeah.
spent your 2 weeks, just
That's
getting
how I spent 2
absolutely
weeks
fucking frustrated to shit by this asshole.
not having a good time.
Mr. Mike, what's your
oh,
plan?
God. Great question. What does everybody seem keen to do with me? Am I like so? Johnny's getting probed medically, allegedly medically.
Blood bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting.
What's everybody? Am I just hanging out or like?
You're treated pretty much like a glorified butler for Johnny. Like you are treated as
Yes.
as baggage for him.
This is exactly what I was hoping you were going to say. Mr. Microwave is going to kind of like. I got a couple ideas of how I want to spend my time down here, but for the first little bit, I think what I'm going to do is try to make myself as like inconspicuous as possible. I want to just like be hanging out in the background, like I want it to be wherever Johnny is, I am, so that like it just becomes ubiquitous that just like
Yeah.
I'm here and like I'm floating and I'm minding my own business.
Yeah.
Just so I want to blend in. I want to become the wall of this place for the first little bit, and doing so, kind of like what Johnny was doing, but I want to just kind of drink it in about how the Children of Adam's like hierarchy works. I want to get to know like from like an anthropological like I'm studying these motherfuckers. So like
Okay.
I'm just hanging out for 2 weeks. I'm watching like a documentarian, just taking it all in and trying to get as much information specifically about like how they operate, so we can kind of like blend in, if you will.
Okay, I will give you. Do you want me to give you a similar choice as I did for Johnny, or just
Sure.
give you the straight up anthropological?
I like give me some options here. What are you thinking?
Okay, so you can do it either through like perception and sneak, like you were saying, like meld into the wall, just become nothing.
Background, wallpaper.
Yeah, exactly. Where people don't say anything, don't really engage with anyone, be silent, but aware. Or you can do the intelligence, let's say intelligence speech route,
Ooh.
where you can actually interview people, talk to them, be like, say whatever you want to say as a character to try to gain information that way.
Okay, so that was speech intelligence, or the other one was...
Speech intelligence was perception sneak.
Perception sneak. Well, I'm gonna have to go with speech intelligence, because intelligence is my fucking. It's a much better chance, and it's not great. It's only a target number of 8.
Okay, so how do you want to go about this? What's Mr. Microwave's plan?
Sure.
Just like Johnny was trying to slink into places. What is Mr. Mike's plan?
Yeah, okay. Well, since I'm going the speech route, I'll kind of rejig it a little bit. I'm still gonna do kind of like the like I'm still probing for information, but how I'm doing it is trying to like do it in a more like I'm asking them questions, but I'm doing it as like making it look like I'm just like, this is part of my programming to discover more parts of new civilizations, which is actually part of my programming.
Yes, it is, because
But-
you're an explorer bot.
I'm an explorer bot, but what I'm actually doing is I'm like trying to figure out like the interworkings of their political structure, because I'm looking for weaknesses in it.
Okay. I will give you the same option as I did with Johnny. Do you
Okay.
want
I'm gonna
to
do this- I'm
level
gonna do
1,
this-
2, or 3?
Okay, well, I'm not good at this, and I would go into the red to buy some dice, and I don't have fancy re-rolling stats like Johnny does. So you know what? We need a win. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go with 1 success on 2 dice, and maybe... No, you know what? I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy 1.
Thank
2
you.
success on 3 dice. I think I could do it. 1 success.
Okay,
1 success.
So you're
on 3 dice.
going for 1 success. Okay.
Looking
you just
for-
want level 1 sort of intelligence.
We need a win here. I would just want to get 1. I can do a re-roll. Oh wait, I need to do it differently. Or sorry, I need to push the button. The button is the speech button. Target number of 8.
Twing. Oh!
Whoa.
Oh!
No.
A critical success, a critical fail, and just a regular success.
A complication on the
Okay.
board. So
Lucky.
I'll give it to you. You're not asking absurd questions.
No.
As a newcomer, you're not being like, so if I want to get through that door, how would I, like, what's the code?
Yeah.
You're asking some pretty common sense questions. What are the laws in the Children of Adam? Like, what are taboos? What are the no-goes?
How does your caste system work?
Yeah,
How does,
exactly.
like,
Who is actually fucking in charge here? And how does it work? So you are basically explain the information that it's a tyrantcy. Like Confessor Gray, it runs the show. She has some high-ranking Children of Adam officials, zealots underneath her.
Sure.
But the word ends at the top. Also, with this little nugget, you have, through intuition, sort of understood that there is the hatchet hasn't quite been buried from her ascension. The way that she rose to power was bloody and brutal and manipulative, and some people have not quite forgotten that, especially of the older generation.
Okay, that's kind of what I was trying to decipher. If everybody around here was super cool with what's up. Okay.
Everyone from the level that you have gotten, everyone unquestioningly follows Confessor Gray.
We're down with the plan, right? Okay, yeah.
But what their true heart, what lies in the hearts of men, only the shadow knows. You don't know, but you get the gist that there might be some wiggle room there, but no one would ever dare.
Okay.
Also, complication.
Yeah, there it is.
You dig a little too deep on that.
Yeah.
And
You went too far.
It raises some eyebrows of why you, a robot, should really fucking care about what's happening.
Okay.
To the Children of Adam. So you are on notice. Moving forward, if you want to try that tack again, it's gonna get one level difficult.
Okay. All right.
1 becomes a 2, 2 becomes a 3, 3 becomes a 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you want to continue to chat your way into knowledge.
Okay, I like that. I'm okay with that. We got a little bit of info, got a couple action points out of the deal.
I think you got okay. two action points out of the deal.
2, yeah.
All right, the camera once again shifts out an air vent past a fan that's spinning, circulating air through and over a fucking flat, hot prairie to land on you, Mr. Rifleman. Grant, it's been another 2 weeks. What have you been up to with your team? Keep in mind, you can always give me action points to buy resources or information that you don't have.
Yep.
And also try to generate your own.
All right, Coyotes. I know that the last couple weeks have been a bit rough. I have a lot to learn, and I could get better at teaching some of the skills that I do have, but we're going to shift gears, and we're going to focus on doing a bit of recon on these Children of Adam sons of bitches. So for the next 2 weeks, all we're going to do is monitor trade coming in and out of their goddamn city.
Ooh, this is good. Yeah. You want to watch the ins and outs?
I'm going to watch the ins and outs. I want to see what's going in. I want to try to find out who's bringing it. I'm not going to intervene and do anything with anybody yet, but this is Coyote's standard recon. We've got eyes on the doors, and I'm going to send out probably Fumbles and one of the other Coyotes to do a little scouting to see if there's any back doors. if there's any other roads in, or if it's just the main entrance.
Okay.
Nice.
So you've kind of got like a safe house situation going on, or what's the term where cops will
Stakeout.
stakeout
Stakeout.
until I make out.
Stake
Okay,
me
yeah.
out
Take me
tonight.
out
Tonight.
There it is.
Yeah, there it
Okay,
is.
this
We
is
got
this is
there.
a story. This is a real story. It's sort of related because I think on stakeouts they bring snacks, at least according to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And this wasn't a stakeout that I was on, but I was on a really long hike, and I had a huge bag of spits. I don't know if you guys have seen those. They're sunflower seeds with like seasoning on the outside. So you usually take a couple, sort of like get the salt off, crack the seed open, the casing open, get the seed, spit the shell out, whatever. And there was a buddy of mine who was from Germany who didn't know what these were, and he's like, "Oh, like give me your seeds."
Do I personally know this German friend of ours?
I think you met him.
Yeah.
And so he put in one, and he was like unimpressed. But and I'm like, well, usually I have a couple at a time, so there's more flavor going on. So he grabs a handful of these fucking things,
And just starts chewing on them.
throws them into his mouth like a hamster, and then like it's too dry and salty, so he spits them out on the ground, and he's like, "Fuck your seeds," and he walks away. And I'm like,
Best
"Fuck,
friends.
man, that's like 3 hours worth of seeds on the ground here." Anyway, so we have sunflower seeds that we're munching on
Yeah.
while we're doing our little stakeout.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are watching. You are laying extremely low. You are not engaging in anything. You are not. You are being silent. Do you want to split them up into two teams, right? So like you observe from the north, and then the others observe from the south, or east, or west, or however it goes. Yeah, you got a panopticon going on. Like you guys, because of the sort of terrain and how flat it is, you have a perfect view of anything coming in and going out in 360-degree vision. Mr. Rifleman, do you want 1, 2, or 3 level information? Because
You know
I'm
what?
gonna
My
actually-
dice roll can't be bad all night long, so let's go level 3.
level 3. Okay, and I'll give you the option, like I did with the other gentleman. You can do an intelligence survival or a perception barter, because you said you were watching trade, right?
Oh, perception barter, 100p billion. Yes,
Because you said you were watching for trade, in and out,
Yeah.
trade routes and everything.
trade.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
then perception barter.
May I buy 2 dice?
You want to buy 2 more dice from me?
I'm gonna
Okay.
buy 2 more.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
We'll see how it
Let's
plays
how
out
it
for him.
ends up. Okay, I'm going. There's a lot of dice going on. Okay, not as good as I'm gonna luck before you say anything else.
Don't you
No.
have something that when you buy you can
So yes, I do. If in a smooth
skill
talker.
test? Cautious
make a
nature, whenever
barter-
you attempt a skill
Yep.
test and you buy 1 or more 2d20, spending
If
action
you
points.
totally. If you let me do
Oh no, because you had to spend your action points, not buy them from me. Yeah.
Well,
Which
so
you could
if
have
you're
done.
calling this an opposed test, then smooth talker theoretically would let me roll one more time.
Yes, absolutely, smooth talker. When you make a barter or speech test, this is
Yeah.
a barter test, 100%.
It's in
Okay.
there.
Reroll one. Reroll one.
It's in the name.
It's right there on the
Mine.
tin.
Okay,
That
that's
is
a success.
There it
That's
is.
That is
That's
3 successes.
That's 3 successes.
Hey,
So
that's it.
nothing has happened in 4 days in your stakeout. You are in communication using Raven between yourselves and the other team. You're sending voice messages back and forth. You are laying as low as humanly possible, and it has been boring as fuck. You've been 12 on, 12 off. You sleep for 12, you watch for 12. And let's say it's you and actually, you know what? It's you and the Reclaimer. And Fumbles is leading the other team.
Also, I've promoted Fumbles. He's a corporal now.
Okay,
There
he
you
gets
go.
we'll say that's a field promotion.
Yeah.
It's got the brass have got to sign off on it, but for now it's a field promotion.
Sure.
So it has been boring as fuck. Nothing is happening. it's hot. It's that hot summer sound, like the cicadas. The heat waves are coming up all off the plains.
I'm sure wearing a ghillie suit too, I'm not like roasting to death.
Yeah.
You're shaded in the ghillie suit. Like it's got natural foliage on it. But yeah, like you're fucking hiding under a bush for 12 hours looking through a scope.
It's not a chill
It
hang.
sucks.
Yeah.
No.
In the late afternoon on the 4th day, you hear the roar of small engines.
Small engines. Okay.
And down the service road from, let's say, the west, yes, that makes sense. Down the service road from the west, you see a line of 5 motorcycles.
Okay.
Pull up to the gates of the Emerald City. They are wearing gas masks, and the large planes of those strange red off-gassing plants do not seem to bother them. They pull up to the gates of the Emerald City and wave some hand gestures. Some guards come out, and the bikes are ushered in to the small, squat pyramid structure. They stay underground, or out of sight at least, for a good 6 to 7 hours. And then after the sun goes down, you hear, not see, but hear the bikes take off back to the west. Is there anything like that you want to do with this information before I...
Do they have like saddlebags or backpacks or anything?
They definitely have saddlebags on their bikes.
Okay.
And I also want you to give me a difficulty 2 straight up perception check. Perception survival, let's say.
Okay.
What do your elf eyes see?
Ooh.
1 success.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna luck it. I'm lucking that.
Okay.
I'm
Roll it
lucking
again.
because-
Luck, yeah.
Luck, yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Get-
Survival, go.
Get lucked
Come on,
up.
lucky boy. Okay.
Oh! You recognize the figure of the lead man on the bike wearing road leathers. He is a squat,
That
staggered
piece of shit.
man,
Okay.
barrel-chested, and he is wearing the colors and the leathers of the Great Khan.
It's Joshi.
Fucking Joshi. Okay.
Fucking Joshi.
So, I'm not pulling the trigger, but if this were a movie, there'd be a cinematic. You'd see a crosshair, and I would be tracking him, and my finger would be ASMRing on the side of the trigger, like, oh yeah, oh Joshi.
You had
all it
him
would
many
take.
times.
Had him
No
in
one would
his
know.
sights.
No one would know.
Ned-
Nobody
right.
would even know.
Yeah, you had him
Okay.
in your sights for a good long time.
Well,
But
the last thing that I would do in this little interlude would be to see if there was any way to try to reach Johnny or Mr. Microwave with Raven's communication suite, because she's electronic. She can transmit to my heads-up display. So I'm going to see if she's got any way to get in touch with Bluetooth or Wi-Fi going on the Pip-Boy or Mr. Microwave.
in your 12 hours of downtime, you dick around with Raven as a drone.
Yeah.
I want you to give me a difficulty 4, and there's a reason that I'm calling it so high, but I can't tell you why. Difficulty 4. Intelligence, science.
It's gotta
roll.
be, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got to be
okay.
science. No,
Okay,
it's not.
that makes sense, but I am gonna buy 2 dice because there's absolutely no way that I will make that. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
giving the DM dice.
It's okay.
That's okay.
That's
This
okay.
won't come back to get us.
That's
So
anyway.
many dice.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
So 1 success and a complete. I didn't fry Raven, did I?
No,
Please tell
you
me I didn't.
definitely you got the outer shielding off of Raven, and you went to there is when you look inside Raven. This is the first time you've ever tried to like look inside Raven. First
Yeah.
off, the conversation between you and Raven to let you get in was difficult. She was not having it. She
Sure.
was very pissed off that you wanted to root around inside of her.
Oh well. Also, if she was like get out of my head or whatever, I wouldn't keep going. By the way.
No. Like she's like she was like fine, whatever. Like you take the external shielding off of her.
Here's root
and-
access. Go ahead.
Yeah, like okay, it was more like all right, good luck, fucker. Like, and then
Okay.
once you got the outer shielding
Fair.
on, there are wires that seem to go nowhere. There are dummy wires. There are pieces that you don't even fucking understand what they are in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up because obviously this doesn't work, and I'm gonna
Hold
say,
on, hold on.
well, can I drop the line?
Sure.
All right, then. Keep your secrets.
Secrets. As you're rooting around in there before you drop your line that's going to get us sued by Peter Jackson, you get shocked like pretty badly, and you take one harm, one damage, and
Zap.
you see painted in a delicate script on the inner shielding of Raven's core. Is just in red letters, go fuck yourself, E period M period.
Yeah, okay. I put the thing on and whatever. Ouch. Ouch.
Wait a minute. Who built this thing? Ember or Eugene?
Well, they both start with an E, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Okay, all
At
right.
this point,
The eagle-eared listeners of our show can probably answer that for you if they've been paying attention. It's an ARG. I've left fucking clues all throughout the show. Yeah, so you tried to finagle to fuck around with this. Your robotics skill is so fucking low, you couldn't possibly imagine. Like you just realize as soon as you get it off, you're like, I don't even know what you're used to
I can
rewiring.
repair toasters. And
Yeah, I was about to say
you
you're
know.
used to rewiring toasters.
You can put
You're used
me
to, like-
back together, but that's a different story.
Right.
Yeah, but
Sure.
this thing is basically a synth.
It's-
Like it's an A.
Quantum
It's
computer. Yeah.
it's pretty close to AI as you can get. So
Well, in my 2 weeks, I did what I meant to do.
all right,
Accidentally killed your robot.
No, she's fine. She's fine. Raven is perfectly fine. I'm not going to kill any of our animals, and that's a Justin Barrett guarantee.
Not anymore. We already killed one.
Well, we did kill. All right. I killed one dog.
Relax.
Haven't we all? I'm just kidding.
No.
No. Jeez. Okay. So that is your 2 weeks. You gain some valuable intel on the ins and outs of this, this small ziggurat. The camera pans back up into the sky in the middle of the night as a weak green glow emits on the mists that are rolling into the lowlands where the Emerald City resides. And that is where we are going to take our mid-session break.
Right when
Get out of here!
Right when we were getting going.
We will be back, let's say, in, 8:40? 15 minutes?
Sure, 15 minutes works.
And please do come back for the second half of our 18th episode of Fistful of Neutrons, A Few Neutrons More, our season 2.
It's all so scary.
It's all you guys are doing so good, by the way. This is fun.
I hope so.
Are we?
should have shot
Our
Joshi.
dice rolls would beg to differ.
No.
Yeah.
I like this. Like you're not
I'm seeing a lot of red here.
You're not
Yeah.
not.
You
getting
would like it,
stuff.
Overseer, with that bank of APs.
Oh, I'm going to unleash those on
How
you.
many points do you have now?
I think you guys are
billion?
doing extremely well for people who are doing very poorly.
Oh, I see this as an absolute win.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you would.
Yeah, you.
All right, come on back in 15 minutes, 8:40 EST. We will get going again. Love you all. See you very soon.
We'll be right back after the.
And we are back for our second half of episode 18, Fistful of Neutrons, a few neutrons more. Where we left off is on a quiet summer night, full Kansas, blue moon shining down on the lowlands where I'm going to call it a ziggurat because I like that.
Yeah.
The ziggurat, the top portion of the Emerald City is now cast in mist, a green glowing mist, and we down underground. Jonathan Bottlecap, you have been summoned to the inner chambers to speak with Confessor Gray. It is the beginning of this next 2-week chunk of the 10 weeks that we are jumping forward in. Johnny, you were brought before her, and she is sitting on her dais, on her throne, as the doors swing open, the ornately decorated doors, as you'll remember, as you were marched inside, and you see your handler, what was Stevens? Stevens hands her a dossier as she sort of flips through it, kind of half bored, and raises an eyebrow here or there and nods. You were brought forward, and she says, "Oh, hello, Jonathan."
To what do I owe this remarkable pleasure?
Jonathan, it seems to me that my reticent friend here has informed me that you have been trying to access locations, sensitive locations around the Emerald City. This is disappointing to me, Jonathan. Would you like to explain yourself at all?
I mean, beats the hell out of me. Who know? I don't know my ass from my elbow down here. I don't know what anything is.
Oh, you're gonna have to make her roll on that, my friend. That's gonna be a charisma speech test. Give me a difficulty 3 charisma speech test. 3. Trace. Raj, you're silent. I can't hear you.
Oh, you lose his audio for a second?
I
do not hear Raj.
Ooh.
I think we lost Raj's audio for a second. Welcome to Fistful of Neutrons.
1 moment.
The moose is loose.
Oh, yeah,
The moose is loose.
We don't have...
We got a loose moose, baby.
Hello.
Oh, there
Oh,
he is.
you're back.
Hello.
Hey, he's back.
Hey.
Hey.
I was the moose all along.
And it turns out the journey was the destination.
It's inside of us, the moose.
Oh my
All of
God,
it.
Mike's
And-
secret stuff.
And none of it. So I'm gonna buy 1 dice.
Man,
Yeah.
okay. No. You've
Wait,
got 2 to
No,
spend.
we've got some action points. Yeah, we can.
You've got 2 to
We
spend.
can use our own. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have our own.
Yeah.
Charisma, speech, tag skill, target number 13. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, that was close.
Reroll. Reroll with luck.
Gonna use a luck point and reroll a 17.
Okay. You use that luck point. I'm keeping track of them, by the way.
That's fine.
Johnny, you got plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
That
crit
was-
too.
That was a
4
crit
successes.
4 successes. I can only give you 2 back because you don't get 1 for
Yeah, 'cause it was
spending and
difficulty
rerolling
2,
one.
right?
Difficulty 3.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yes.
Yes. So she smiles at you, but seems to accept your answer.
Johnny's dumb. He doesn't know anything.
She
Come
thinks
on.
she thinks you might be a dumbass, but also she doesn't want to waste time pressing it. She goes, "This is fair. In the future, please do stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, Mr. Bottlecap.
Whatever you say.
Just don't go chasing waterfalls.
Please don't.
She pulls out a cactus. I'm just kidding. And she says, and remember, Steven's here. He will always be watching you. And Stevens gives you a big, broad smile. And under his near ghoulish skin, he has no teeth. There are no teeth. It's just gums. He's smiling at you with just pure gums. And she says, Stevens here was one of our very best covert operatives. He is very skilled at observation and deception.
All that and handsome too, eh?
Yeah, he continues to smile at you, but there is no joy behind those eyes. It's a malicious smile.
That's where Joy went to die.
Boy.
That's where Joy went to die. His wife was named Joy. Yikes. Johnny, also, there's a question I want to ask you. During all this time, you were still being used as basically a special blood farm. Were you cooperative with this, or did they make you black? Like, did you make them basically bag and tag you every time?
No, Johnny kind of acquiesced. It was like, they're gonna take the blood. Either it's gonna be a pleasant experience or unpleasant or more unpleasant.
It's going to be a pleasant experience.
Yeah, it's going to be pleasant the way that they're taking all the blood from you. Very pleasant. No, not at all. It could be worse, though. So I think he just kind of just let it happen.
Okay. She then says, and I appreciate you very much for coming away to our, coming around, I should say, to our way of thinking. It would have been much more difficult and strenuous upon you should you have resisted our efforts to study your physiology and anatomy.
Well, certainly none of this has been stressful whatsoever. So you have my thanks.
It is my pleasure. You are a guest here in the Emerald City, and we treat our guests with the most utmost respect. I want to ensure your comfort, Johnny. Jonathan, can you give me a charisma survival test? Difficulty 2.
Okay, that's not great. Well, let's see what we get. Oh,
Nothing.
Nope. Did not.
Swing and a miss.
Nope.
Did not.
Okay.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Not today.
Jonathan, we are so close to achieving what we have strived for so long. However, we do require your cooperation for just a little bit longer, if you would be so kind.
Oh, sure. What the hell?
I need you to, and then she snaps her fingers, and a large amount of Children of Adam scribes come out. You can tell they're educated people. They're carrying writing instruments. They are obviously as academic as the setting allows.
Sure.
They're not soldiers.
It's like doctors on rounds.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she says, I need you to tell us everything that you remember about the experiments they performed on you and your other vault dwellers in your home vault of Vault 86. And I need you to be as specific as possible for, let's call it posterity.
You see, that's not going to be very easy to do, being as all that was so traumatizing to me. I have hardly any recollection of what specifically took place.
Okay, Johnny, I'm going to give you a choice. Do you want to tell her the truth as best you remember? Or do you want to try to deceive her in the best of your ability? Each are going to be a difficulty 3 test.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, goodness. Oh, bother. That's Winnie the Pooh would say.
You should
But
arrest us too.
Yeah, can you throw us in jail?
One more time.
One more time.
One more again.
One for the road. For the road.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. Nah, screw it. He's gonna be as forthcoming as possible, recollecting what he can, as to the best of his ability.
Okay. I want you to give me a intelligence science roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You really? You want to guess what my target number is?
Oh, it's not good.
3?
It's a 4.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 intelligence and 0 on the science.
Big old goose egg.
Okay.
That's great. That's great. I love this.
I love this.
Okay.
Oh, that is a great success.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 action points for that.
Wow.
You generated action points on that. So, since
Sweet.
you were not trying to deceive them in any way,
That's
you
wild.
tell them the truth and the best truth that you could possibly tell them, failing 2 crit successes or a crit and a success. Either way, you did pretty well. You tell them about, with 75% accuracy, of what you remember, of what happened to you when you were younger, what you remember happened to your parents, what you remember of other people who went in and came out, and other people who went in and just disappeared from your life. As you were telling them this story, the scribes are feverishly writing things down and paying attention to everything that you have to say with great, great purpose. You have a chance here to do something narratively, if you would like. What do you want to? They're enthralled. They're enraptured by you. Like, you are incredibly interesting to them.
Johnny's gonna offer up like a general commentary
General
on the whole process of the experimentations. Like, I think it's important to remember that it seemed like the outcome of this experiment was entirely random. There was no rhyme or reason as to why it went one way for one person and the other for another person. So, do with that as you will.
They take note of this, and they seem genuinely grateful for the Freedom of Information Act. You could probably, if you wanted to, you get the feeling that you could probably barter for something, ask for something. There might be a little bit of a quid pro quo here, if you wished.
Being as you're all so knowledgeable about this process, have you ever heard of the brain or know of any way to reverse what's been done to me?
Confessor Gray. Oh, you're going for the big question, not just like,
Not
hey,
now, then when?
Hey, can I get another pillow or anything? You're just like, what about the brain?
Hey, so the biggest question I could possibly ask you.
What about my character's story arc?
What about
that? Yeah.
You know what? I love this. I love this so much. This is so good and gives me so much to play with. Confessor Gray leans in off of her sort of throne and puts her hands underneath her chin and says, "Since you have been so helpful to us this evening, I will offer you this. I promise you, under the one atom, that if you continue to be useful and open with us, I will share everything that I know about the brain experiment with you.
Well, hot damn.
Okay. And she says, thank you, Johnny. You may return to your quarters.
I love it there. Thank you.
Steven's here will escort you.
Of course he will.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, Stevens will be there for sure. Yeah.
Mr. Mike, while this is going on, what were you doing?
Indeed. Yeah, I think Mr. Microwave, with this next little period of time, and you tell me if it's like over like a chunk or like if it's happening directly while Johnny's having this conversation.
This is the night. This is the night of.
Okay. Well, then I think that I will take advantage of. You know what I'll do. Whilst Johnny is getting taken away to go speak with the Confessor, I think I'm gonna go ahead and spend some action points, Overseer, if I may.
Yeah, what do you want? Tell me what you want.
I would like to make a spend because I want this to happen and I don't want to roll on it. So you tell me how many it would cost.
Yeah, you tell me what you want, I'll tell you what it costs.
Sure. While they're taking Johnny away, Mr. Microwave goes Mission Impossible. All the data that I've gathered about like how the children of Adam like work and operate so far, I'm weaponizing it. Like I'm fucking like it's like the theme music starts playing like you do, and so like I'm like the second like they've got like the door like closed, Mr. Microwave has like he's got like I don't know like he took one of his antennas or something. You're going it in the door.
Full Andy Dufresne on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is a fucking poster on the wall that you're about to disappear behind.
Yes.
Actually, give me, since you're doing this and you've already planned it, and I love this so much.
Yeah.
Give me a difficulty 1, singular.
Okay.
Agility sneak.
Oh, this is the whole point of me buying the action points. I'm gonna fail this, you know that.
Okay. What about?
My target number is 5.
Oh
no. Okay. There's the difficulty 0 test that I can make you do.
Yes.
Since you've already set this up, and I love this very much.
Okay. I just need to not roll a 20, basically.
Yes. Yeah. Give me a difficulty 0
here. Okay.
If you want to push it and make it a 1, you'll get a better outcome if you succeed.
There's like very few chances of this actually happening, so I'm gonna take the 0 test, see if I get some action points out of the deal. Yeah.
Do it.
Well, you did it.
I did it anyway. There you go. I got one successy. So yeah, like however, I wait until like right when the door is about to close, and I like.
You actually weren't even in the barracks with him.
Even better.
Out at the time, you were floating around with an underminder, someone who worked under Stevens, and you were able to give her the slip. Pretty easily. Something came up and she started bolting off towards the lower chambers of the Emerald City, and you were able to kind of just float away.
Perfecto. Well then in that case, what I do with my floating away time is I'm bobbing and weaving through the corners and like waiting for people to walk by and like floating from like one alcove to the next. It's like a very slow, stealthy maneuver.
So start spending these. What do you want?
So here's
what
I want to do. So with this time, what I want to do is I want to find my way to the like library mainframe, wherever they would have information about whatever it is they were digging up in Lebanon, Kansas.
I'll give you this. You find a wall terminal very easily.
Okay.
This is a pre-war installation. Wall terminals are everywhere.
Fantastic. Yes, I
You've
want.
just never been able to actually touch one without someone looking directly at you.
Okay, perfect. Well, then I want to. I crack my Mr. Handy Arm Knuckles, and I want to hack this bad boy.
Hack it.
Specifically, I want to hack the planet. I want to find out. I mean, I want to find out everything about everything, but what I really want to focus on is whatever it was they were up to in Lebanon, Kansas, and how it ties into whatever that's going on here.
Are you going to spend some of your action points to buy a resource, or do you want to roll for it?
Well, so we kind of did it backwards. What I wanted to do was spend the action points on me getting away from the handler, to then go and find this information. But we did the stealth roll, so I'll let you decide if I have to roll for this as well, or I'll just spend the action points to do a good hack.
You can do either. If you want to rack up some more action points, you're more than welcome to, or you can just spend them to. I'll say it's like a succeed at cost.
Okay, yeah. Then in that case, I'll do that because we're full up on AP now, so I might as well. If you got them, you got to spend them. So I will spend however many you tell me to find out.
Oh,
what
for that piece of information, that's a big 3 action points.
Okay. I'll take it. I will allow it. I'll spend the heat.
I'm going to allow it.
Hit me.
I'm going to allow it. You spend those 3 action points, and you hack through. It takes you a little bit to crack through the ice, and you get to the information that you were looking for. It was one of their primary objectives. Was to look for a lost piece of equipment at Lebanon, Kansas, which was intentionally scuttled and buried there by the people of the land. It was a piece of pre-war experimental machinery that gave off an immense amount of radiation. It worked on not 1, not 2, but 4 fusion cores.
There it is.
That were highly unstable and gave off an immense amount of gamma and theta radiation. It was piloted once by a human being called what did we name him? It was
Thomas Maverick.
Thomas Maverick. Yeah. You're right. Thomas Maverick, and the people of the land code-named it the Little John. They were looking for the Little John.
So they're looking for a giant building-sized suit of power armor that's buried underground.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They're looking for a massive suit of power armor that pumps out radiation.
Yeah.
Basically, liquefying and nuking the person inside of it. That's what they were looking for. I want you to. Oh, you're starting to get it. I think.
Yeah.
But does your character get it? I want you to give me an intelligence science difficulty 2.
Okay.
Check.
I can do this.
You can do this.
Wait a second.
I
think I'm starting to figure something
I
out
think we're all starting to put together like a bunch of different things together, and it's not great.
I don't like it.
Okay. Intelligence. I'm doing a science.
Do a science.
Target numbers.
Difficulty 2, science.
14. I'm going to buy an action point. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I don't want to risk it. Oh, but you know what? I've got hacker, actually.
Okay.
Which, the difficulty of skill tests to hack computers is decreased by 1 to a minimum of 0.
Difficulty 1, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
You know what? In that case, I'm going to save the action points because maybe one of us will need them down the line. Yeah. There we go. Turning this thing around.
Crit success and a regular success. You just generated 3 action points.
2, sir.
2. Oh, sorry. So, you are able to put together, from what you understand about what you learned about the proto ghouls that they are creating, and they can only exist outside of the radiation of the silo for so long. However, if you had a mobile unit that was pumping out crazy amounts of radiation to sustain them in a bubble, you would have a mobile army of feral fucking ghouls that you can just throw at them. That is why you believe they are looking for the Little John.
We did it!
Hooray!
I want to give you inspiration for this somehow. You have just completed the quest that the Vault Dwellers had given you. Little Silent Derek and the people of the land. You have pieced it all together. They're looking for the Little John because they want a mobile weapons platform for their bioengineered ghouls.
Fuck.
Hate it.
Oh God. Okay.
And the better response was never uttered.
Yeah. It makes it all of a sudden makes so much sense, and I hate it.
As soon as you hack this and know what they were looking for, the universe fucking aligns in front of you.
Yeah. Oh no. And in fact, in character voice, Mr. Microwave says, "Well, that's not good."
That's not good at all.
Yeah, and I download that information into my memory banks if I am able to do
you're able to do it, baby. In fact, you have do you want to give me one action point? Or do you want to spend one action point?
I will spend one action point. Yes.
You have a holotape on you. You insert it into the machine, and it downloads this all onto the holotape. And now you need to keep that secret and keep it safe.
I do. I open up my back hatch and I take it. And in fact, I take a piece of, I find like underneath the keyboard, I find a piece of like old Hubba Bubba chewing gum. And I take this thing and I stick the gum onto the holotape and I stick it like onto the inside of my chassis, like up above, so it's like hidden.
It's in there.
It's
okay.
In there.
Good. Oh my God, I am so glad you did that. Oh, I've been sitting on that forever.
Yeah. Okay. So we figured out the world-ending calamity.
Okay. Well, one of them for sure.
One of the possible world-ending calamities. Yeah. Okay.
All right. At that, the camera shifts to the outside. Rifleman, you're in your next 2-week chunk. You have just observed, for whatever reason, the Joshi's great cons going in and out of the Emerald City, masked and covered in their road leathers. What do you want to do with your next 2 weeks?
So I want to share this information back to home base. I want home base to know that the Great Khans are at least visiting the children of Adam, staying long enough. They came in peace and they left in peace. So they are friendly. So I would like to go back to the wheel, and I would like to tell everyone there what's going on over here.
Absolutely.
I'd also like to try to get some help, some reinforcements, because I am going to launch some sort of a flush out. I'm going to tell people in the wheel that I'm going to try to flush them out somehow by, I haven't found them yet, but I'm going to look for all the air vents that I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to start massive fires in front of all of them. Their filters will be able to deal with only a certain amount of particulate matter, and very few filters can filter out carbon monoxide. So I'm going to overwhelm their 70-year-old technology and try to flush them out of the inside and get some reinforcements from the wheel, because they'd probably like to know that the Khan are in league with their mortal enemies.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, everyone. I have a real world thing that's happening just outside. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Please talk amongst yourselves and entertain. I'll be right back.
We're
Sorry.
vamping, and we're vamping.
Yeah,
And
hey,
we
what's
are
up?
vamping.
Okay, so this is good.
Yeah.
While he's not here, we can table
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
and metagame. So you're gonna try to like cause something to get the gates to open, but like
So I'm gonna.
sabotage.
The only problem with bunkers is that you're stuck in them, and everyone knows where you are. So it doesn't matter. Maybe you can have a bunch of air vents, you can have a bunch of filters. Eventually, like filters are like pieces of corrugated paper.
Sure.
If they've been down there 70 years, and there's like more advanced forms of air filtration, but like
True.
it only
What about
works
like
up
the
to
fans?
a point.
Oh shit, he's coming back. Can you like bust the fans or something? So
Yeah. Well, and like some of these vents might be like, large enough for.
Yeah, but if we could like fuck with their
Yeah.
however they're getting their air supplies, so maybe somebody has to
Totally.
come out, and I don't know. I'm
Right.
now we're fully table talking.
Or we
That's-
just
that's
cover
where
the
we're at.
vents. Like,
Yeah.
fuck your filters. There are no open vents anymore because we put dirt in all of them.
Yeah, you gotta come out and clean it somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on out. Come on out.
Yeah. So,
All right, sorry, that was totally worth my time to interrupt me.
All good?
Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so yes, Rifleman, you make your way back to the wheel post haste. Like you get back there in easily a day. So this won't be your entire 2-week stretch. Like we'll play with the timeline a little bit.
Okay.
Dorothy wants to see you right away.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Dorothy and Val are sitting together with Eugene Many Shields in a small antechamber in the hub of the wheel. And Dorothy looks up at you and she says, "Oh, hello, sweetheart. I hear that you have discovered some information that we should know."
So the Joshi from the Great Khans has been visiting, staying for a long time. When he came in, stayed for 8 hours, left on good terms. I believe he may be bringing supplies, and at the very least, he's on good terms with them, which means he's playing both sides. The friend of our enemy is not our friend, and I need to announce I'm going to go in because I need to rescue my friends. And I think the first thing we do is smoke them out. I plan to destroy their air intakes through whatever means I can secure, whether through explosives, fire, dirt, it doesn't really matter.
I understand.
Because whatever they're working on is catastrophic, and I've got a good sense about my gut, and my gut tells me there's a problem.
Thank you for bringing this to us. Joshi has not been welcome in the wheel for many times. I understand that he does dealings with the Vault Dwellers, however. We are aware that he is, let's say, duplicitous is a nice way to put it. The Great Khans are welcome in our lands, as you know, as long as they follow the great laws of peace. They have not broken any laws. However, Joshi himself is no longer welcome here. The Great Khans as an organization, however, are different.
Well, if it pleases the council, I would like your blessing.
When you say if it pleases the council, make me a fucking straight up perception check.
Oh, all right.
Does
Yes!
it please the council?
Does it
what,
please the
speech?
council?
Perception and speech, or
No, perception. I guess it would be survival. Survival's our catch-all. So perception, survival.
Survival. I like rolling survival rolls while I'm talking to people. That's fun. How's 0 successes?
You didn't fucking roll a
Great.
single success. Okay.
That's what happens.
Did I call them?
No.
Or something?
Val-
What's going on?
Val and you notice Val and Eugene look at each other when you say the council, but no, you don't glean any other information from it. You just
Okay.
notice that Val and Eugene look at each other.
I realize that I am prone to misspeaking frequently. My apologies. What I'm saying in plain language is I would love your blessing to shoot Josie dead.
Dorothy puts her hands up and says, "He is not one of the people of the land. He is a guest, at best. You are welcome to engage with him as you see fit. However, we will not shield you from the ire of the great Khans."
That is a completely fair deal.
You struck on something, and I don't want to leave it hanging. Do you want to ask a question about that look?
I don't think he's going to. Rifleman usually tends to get in trouble when he's talking to fat cats. Like, hey, how's the war going, Eugene? So I think
You are on a much better standing with Eugene now. Like, he saved his daughter. He
Fair
gave
enough.
you Raven. Like,
You saved his daughter.
well, I
yeah,
mean,
by shooting her in the
I
face.
did shoot her in the face, but she's alive and fairly
And
well with him.
safe.
Well,
No,
Yes.
highly safe.
Um,
Um,
I'm trying
Sorry.
to turn over a new leaf and have this old dog learn some new tricks.
when you say that, Duke
I got
sits
the
down
sense.
at your side and kind of whines and nuzzles your hand.
Huh.
I give him a little treat.
I get the sense that perhaps something I said was unpalatable, and I would like to apologize and learn how I can speak to this group better in the future.
Dorothy gives you a broad, welcoming smile, just as she did the first time that you sat down with her. I want you to give me a difficulty 1.
Okay.
If you give him a roll, he's gonna fail it.
No, charisma.
Oh my God.
We'll say this is
Oh,
charisma.
charisma, good.
If there's a piece
Charisma-
of information you want us to know, you can always just say it with your mouth words in your face.
Charisma barter.
Okay,
Charisma barter.
All right.
Charisma barter. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a 12.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
it
there
would
we
have been
go.
really
That's-
embarrassing
there
if we
it
failed
is.
that a second time.
That would have been. She smiles at you and then looks over at Val and then at Eugene, and they're sitting flanking her. And she kind of puts a hand on each of them, on the knee and the hand, and she goes, "This is not exactly the council. We have no mandate, and this meeting is, as we say, off the books. Your presence here is likewise not being noted. You are
Got
a
it.
ghost, and your
Wouldn't be
entire
the first time.
troop was never here."
Speaking of the entire troop that was never here, could I get an entire troop that didn't exist to come help me? Because I'm going to be raiding some Children of Adam shit in the very near term. As much help as you can give me, the better.
Unfortunately, our force is focused elsewhere at the moment. You have everything that I can give you, and I am truly deeply sorry for that. You have Raven. Eugene will be here for technical support. However, I cannot risk giving you more people. It would draw too much attention.
Okay. So now we're gonna get impassioned speech from Rifleman because
Look, lady, council or not, my friends are down there, and they're good people. And they're good people who have already helped the children, the people of the land. They've already helped the people of Anthony's Refuge, and we would continue to do anything in our power to help your people in the future.
Yeah.
You may only get one crack at this, because if the children of Adam succeed in whatever it is that they're doing down there, you're going to be losing a whole heck of a lot more people than a couple coyotes. Think about the future. You only get one shot at this.
You don't offend her at all. In fact, you see
I was like, oh, God.
you see
I want to learn how to talk to you better. Listen, lady.
Listen,
Lady.
bitch. I want to learn how to talk to you better. Yeah, this is off the books. All right, then listen, bitch. You fucking maniac. She puts her both hands over yours, and she says, "Young man, I need
Nice.
you.
Young.
I need compared to her.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
young.
Okay, fair enough.
You're fucking like 60 years her junior."
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
She says, "I need you to listen to what I'm saying to you. There are things happening that you have no conception of. My resources for you are tapped. However, if there are other allies in the territory that you could call on, I would very much do so. We will be here to support you as best as we can, but I can give you no more than I already have. And I am sorry for this."
Hey, if you're out of cartridges, you're out of cartridges.
When I don't want to make character decisions for you,
Yep.
but when she says that,
Yep.
like she's crystal clear open. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's like a grandma telling you, like,
She's not
I
mad. She's
can't-
disappointed.
yeah, I can't fucking help you right now, dude.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah, Rifleman's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
she-
I'm going to thank her profusely. Well, I'm not going to profusely, but I'm going to thank her.
No, this is good. I like this. You're
Respectfully-
stumbling over your words. This is fucking thematically perfect.
I give her
She humbled your ass.
world's
Yeah.
awkwardest hug ever. It's like a one shoulder, like herky
No.
like,
When you go to give her that awkward hug, she pulls you right into her small little frame.
oh, okay. I'm just like, yeah.
I'll,
Okay.
well,
She gives
thank
she
you.
gives Duke some pemmican.
Oh, he
And
likes
she
that.
gives you a handful of pemmican as well. By the way,
Thank you.
for our other friends, pemmican is dried meat, deer, venison that's got berries and nuts smashed into it.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's super delicious. And she sends you on your way.
Okay, I got shit to do. I'll hightail it out of there.
All right. You guys have 1 week left in
Okay.
the sort of flashback episode.
Okay.
Bloodbag Johnny, what's going on?
I am going to rotate through. We're going to do this one at a time.
Okay.
Who do we got up first? Yes, it is in fact Johnny. Johnny.
Sorry. RC Walker just said that's a great point. Can I just quickly ask Eugene if there's any way I can like get Raven to do some like radio transmission shit for me? Super good point.
It is a very good point. He tells you that it's a pre-war bunker. It's RF shielded. Like
Okay.
there's
It's
really
a fucking nuke
if-
silo.
if we could radio Surprise Boulette, or just sorry, Agent Boulette.
Right.
If we could radio, he tells you it. Actually, he says in character voice, "Do you think if I could just radio Boulette that I would have to send you guys in there to do
God,
it?"
this guy's such an asshole.
All right, fine. Fuck him. It was a good idea. Never mind. Okay, Johnny, I'm done.
All right,
cut.
Johnny.
Where's the shot?
Johnny, what are you going to do with your last week in this flashback into late summer?
I want to. Okay, I have an idea of something I want to try. And you let me know if it's possible.
Fucking lay it on me, son.
The next time that Johnny is taken for blood bag removal, he wants to feign illness of some type so that they keep him in the med bay or wherever they're performing these experiments, so that he can have an ear out to see if he hears anything being discussed in the medical area by the medical people.
Yeah. So
okay.
you want to have a little bit of
I'm falling terribly ill.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
some
Yeah.
sick leave. Okay, give me a. Actually, you know what? I'll give you the same thing that I gave you before. How much do you want to try to sell this? Do you want it to be a level 1, level 2, or level 3 sale?
Ugh. I did so poor. What am I challenging against?
I'm
is the
gonna
test?
say it is charisma medicine.
Ooh,
The
yeah,
charisma
okay.
medicine roll.
Oof, okay.
To pretend to be sick.
Okay, no, it's gonna be like a level 1, and I'm gonna buy an extra dice.
Okay, you spend that dice, son.
Charisma medicine is a target number 8. It's not great.
Okay.
Difficulty 1.
Okay.
No!
Okay. You
Nailed
did it.
it.
Oh, you'll believe anything I'll say.
Yeah, you fucking Ferris Bueller, this nurse. She thinks
Nice.
that you are dying of the worst man flu that has ever existed.
Yeah.
You are kept in the med bay of Children of Adam for a 24-hour surveillance. So like you're hacking, you're coughing, they're taking your vitals, and you seem pretty okay, but like you're acting it up a storm, and they are buying it. They're like, there's something wrong with this guy. Also, going for you have had a lot of blood taken from you, so they're like a little bit worried that maybe they overdid it.
Well, it's like they've taken so much blood and injected so much Rad-X. It's like
Yeah.
I'm mostly Rad-X at this point.
I'm 100% Rad-X. I don't know
I'm
what
running
we're
on fumes
doing
here.
here.
It's not great.
What do you want from this reprieve? What do you want now that you're here? And
Johnny
you're
wants-
stable?
He's gonna
Excuse me.
try and remain as awake as possible so he can hear absolutely anything that there is to hear from where he's kept. You hear them down the hallway having some sort of a conversation that he shouldn't be privy to, etc., etc.
Yeah. I like this. You are pretending to sleep, and the nurses and doctors are talking to one another, and you hear one of them say, "Why are we even dealing with this? We could just subdue him and take as much as we want." And you hear the other person say, "That's not how Confessor Gray wants this to go down. We want him. We need him for our long-term plans.
Oh,
We
damn.
can't just take what we want from him. We need him to give it willingly and freely, and for him to believe that he has a purpose here."
Okay, interesting.
Johnny, you hear a lot of words that you don't understand.
Idiot.
Yeah, he's real dumb. But do you want to try to remember the sounds of the words?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's like said something like
Exactly.
irreversible. Like
No,
what's that all about?
you're trying to mimetically, like mnemonically place things together. So like once you get back to someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about,
Someone who's read wordy word books.
yeah. Oh, you mean dictionaries?
Sure, yeah.
No, wordy word books. You said it.
That's what I said.
I said what I said. I want you to give me a difficulty 1 intelligence speech check. So intelligence to remember the speech.
Intelligent speech. Okay. That's fine. Let's do it. Target
Does he
number
still
10.
have this Pip-Boy on him?
He does. You don't know that.
No.
Aha!
Hey,
We got
Get
it.
it. Okay. Yeah, you remember words like phenotype. You remember words like genetic code. You remember words like RH factor. You remember words.
Rhesus.
You remember words, like genetic manipulation. And one big one that they continually say is CRISPR. They're always saying CRISPR. And you think of it as a fridge. You remember it as like a CRISPR in a fridge. But
they're baked,
always...
not fried.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's something.
So, That is what you are doing. You're in there for about 3 days. Or sorry, I said 24 hours. Now you have the rest of your last week, I think we're on. Or no, you were on you're on your 2 weeks, and then we go last week.
That was his 2 weeks. Yeah.
So what do you want to do with
you
your last?
we said we had 1 week left each, right?
I think after this round we have 1 week each.
Yes.
So I think did I miss it? Maybe Mr. Mike has a 2 week.
No. I think that's not what you said before. Before you said we had 2 and then 1, and this was the start of our 1 week before the end. Set up for.
Okay, sure.
Next episode. I just want to make sure that you remember, because if we got more time, we'll use more time. But
use it.
No. I think Rifleman was the end of his last 2 week.
Yeah.
This is the end of the last 2 week for
Johnny.
Raj.
Yeah.
Johnny. Yeah.
We're getting into semantics here.
It doesn't matter. What do you want to do
matter.
with the rest of the time in this period? Yeah, let's go.
Johnny wants to try and find or make friends with some of the children at him that are closer to his age. He wants to find the cool kids. Where are the cool kids at?
Oh, you want to find the tunnel snakes, eh?
Like wherever they're smoking jazz cigarettes or whatever. I don't know.
There you go.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure you can do that.
Doing eye drugs or something,
Stevens doesn't give a shit. Stevens is following you. And you go down into the sort of, actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna reverse that. We're going up closer to the hatch, is where not a lot of people hang out. So as you climb the catwalks going up, you find some younger youth, and they have
hello, fellow youths.
Hello, fellow youth.
Hello, fellow youths.
What they're doing is they're crushing up what look like very large chunks of something. They're rubbing it in their hands and then smelling it off their hands, like rubbing it on their face and kind of falling backwards onto mattresses.
Sounds hella fun.
Sweet. There anything fun to do here?
One of them, a younger, let's say 16-year-old girl, looks at you and goes, "Who the fuck are you? Oh my god, it's the Vault Dweller. Holy shit, what the fuck, holy." And she thinks she's tripping out. No, you're not here. Are you guys seeing this here? Johnny, you want to step in and prove your
Are you real?
Are you real? She says that. Are you real? And she starts to touch.
Johnny just goes and grabs one of their hands and puts it on his face.
It's like, oh, you're so real. You're so real. And she starts like touching like your vault suit, and she's like, oh my god, that feels so incredible.
You're gonna have to buy me dinner first, I think.
Johnny, are you about to do space drugs with these kids?
I mean, what the fuck else is he gonna do?
All right. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
She's like, oh my god, you're like a celebrity around here. Do you understand? Like, your blood is gonna make sure that we all live in a 1,000-year empire above ground. Do you understand that? You're like a fucking god.
I'm really glad you didn't call it a Reich just then. That's really great.
3 Reichs make a left.
Oh my god.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
That's the end of our episode.
And we're done.
So the hell is that stuff you're passing around? You got any more?
This? Oh, this is Chrono. And she rubs it on her. She rubs it on her hands, and like smells deeply from her hands. Goes, it's the best thing that you ever felt. It takes all your bad feelings, turns them into good ones.
Well, that sounds incredible because I'm having a shit time down here.
Yeah.
Johnny has entered
As soon as you say that, oh, Johnny, she starts rubbing your hands with this stuff. It's kind of like, have you ever had climber's chalk? Like, have you ever
Yeah.
used like climber's
Yeah.
chalk or like
Yeah.
weightlifting chalk? It's like that. And she rubs it on your hands, and then she rubs it on hers, and she does starts sniffing it off of her hands.
Do not like.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
This is
All
so
right,
good.
Johnny, is this what you're doing?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Johnny, you've just gained the condition addicted chrono.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Oh, that's probably not
Okay.
great.
That sort of tracks.
Yep. Okay, Johnny. You fall back onto one of these Flophouse mattresses and have the ride of your life. You visit 6 different planets in 5 hours, and one of the spaceships that you're on looks like a Gibson Marauder. Like you are flying high. You hear sounds that are colors, see colors that are sounds. Things are going super great for you. You gain the condition, addicted to chrono.
Chrono.
That's neat.
Johnny goes to space.
And
Yeah, Johnny goes to space.
Johnny goes to space. New quest line. Get him
Oh
off Chrono.
my god, I love this so
Hell yeah.
much.
They just been literally stealing my blood. He
Gotta
just,
kill the time
Johnny's
somehow.
rambling. I don't know if anyone's listening. They're like, they fucking took my blood. Come on.
All right, we started with Rifleman. We're gonna end with Rifleman.
No,
Rifleman.
you gotta stop. It's all wrong. I can't. My OCD. I can't do it. It was the 1 week things. It's my turn now. Then it's right.
Okay.
You gotta stop.
Now
Man. You gotta
we didn't
stop.
do
Go ahead,
anything.
Mr. Microwave.
Now it is. Now
Go
it
ahead,
is,
Mr.
Mr. Microwave. This is your last 1 week.
Correct. Yes.
Give me what. You can just say, "Hey, I'm next up in the initiative." I'm
I-
sorry, I forgot
I had
initiative.
to. I
order.
had to. I was sitting there the whole time. I was like, you can do it. You can not say anything. I couldn't. I had to. I couldn't.
All right,
do it.
you're
Wait,
next
go.
up.
Go.
Yes.
Just go.
I have one goal, and it is
Yeah.
to find Agent Bulette. During this 1 week time. I don't want to do it as like asking around because I already kind of
you tell me how you want to find.
yeah,
Agent
I've
Bulette.
already kind of like already poked that bear a bit and like asked a few too many questions already. So like now I want to like while
Also, I'll give it to you for free. Logically, Mr. Mike would know their name is not going to be Bulette down here.
for sure. Yeah. It's gonna
Like-
be it's gonna be coded somehow. But like I want to try to like find like work records or like what people's job posting for the day or something like that to see if I can't like put like 2 and 2 together, like match up like work requests with like if there's like an entry book for like an in and out like log book or something, try to like correlate those two things to try to figure out who might be the real
So
Bulette.
you want to do this through a computer terminal.
Or if they've got like if they're writing shit down somewhere, like if they've got like a fucking clipboard, with like Timmy in 3 o'clock, Silent
so you-
Derek out 4 o'clock,
So
He's
you
dead,
tell,
man.
Yeah.
you tell me, do you want to do it through digital or analog means?
Well, I think I'll go digital because I'm a digital
Okay.
boy.
Living in a digital world,
I am.
obviously. Since you did so spectacularly on your computer check last time, you do recall that if you can get back to a computer terminal, you didn't have time to get to it, but there was a secret root directory
Ooh.
that was placed in one of the computer terminals.
Okay. Then I will attempt to access said directory.
Stevens is distracted at the moment because he's got a fucking super duper high vault dweller on
that
his
he's
hands.
trying to find. Yeah.
And so you have a pretty good shot to make a very quick bolt to a computer access terminal.
I do just that. Yeah, I will try to hack it and get some information. from
Okay,
it.
this is very interesting because there's no hacking necessarily involved. It's social engineered.
Okay.
So while you were there and looking through root directories and everything, you notice keywords that are coming up. You notice things like wheel, hub, land, like other triggering keywords for you
Okay. Yeah.
to follow through these reports and directories. And as you're doing this, you go deeper and deeper into, like, we all use Windows, you know, when you were like 9 or 10 or 13 or whatever, however old it was. And like you hide your porn in like printers, drivers, like like you keep going deeper and deeper into like these subdirectories until you find a note. It has no indicators on it whatsoever, but says subsection 3 Unimatrix 01
001.
01.
Okay.
Hub critical.
Ooh. Okay.
It's basically just a text file, and there's nothing attached to it.
What I know is that's a location in the Basilica?
You would know that, yeah. Like, you've done a lot of time floating around, and since you were so smart earlier, floating around and just paying attention
Just
and
getting
mapping
lay of the land.
shit out,
Yeah.
you know exactly where this is.
I go to subsection 3 Unimatrix 01.
Get down to Unimatrix, baby.
Yeah.
You get down there and you knock on the door, and it slides open. And there is a quite small person, androgynous, shaved head, looking fairly sickly, wearing rags. And they say, "Yeah, what do you want, robot?"
Agent Bulette, come with me if you want to live.
Yes. When you say that, there's a 10 millimeter underneath you, and you're dragged into her closet.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. As soon as you say Agent Bulette, you're pulled in.
I love that. I love that for me.
And
You found Agent Bulette.
that's all I want to do with that scene, if possible.
that's actually where we're going to end. You say Agent Bulette, come with me if you want to live. And you get pulled into the closet, and the door slides shut. And that is where we are going to end tonight.
That's good. Cliffhanger, baby.
Good stuff. Johnny
boy
got up to some shit.
Johnny got up to some
shit.
I did not see that coming.
Holy
love that. Sweet fuck. Jesus, this is why I don't let you guys off the leash. Now I've got to write.
What else is Johnny gonna do? Go back and be.
What else is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
The quest is so depressing. Johnny turned to drugs.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Have you ever been turned into a human blood bag before? It's
no, you haven't.
A lot.
It's drugs. The only why would I tell you not to do drugs? It's just the best possible answer for every problem that you have right now.
I mean,
TK.
All right. Love you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all.
We will be back in 2 weeks.
Thank you to RC Walker for queuing up.
Yes, RC Walker, thank you for becoming a Wastelander. Thank you so much for joining us on the YouTube membership here. Your support is always appreciated. Thank you all so much for those who watch and for supporting and liking and all the YouTube stuff.
Absolutely. Shout out to everyone. Zach Posey, Craspu, Heath. We had Surprise Poulette. George Heath. I think. We've got all of our crew is here. Thank you so much for coming out every time. A big shout out to, I think it was Zach Posey, who was like just immediately like Ember built Raven. Just like as soon as it came out of my mouth. And they're like, who built it? Ember built Raven. Thanks so much. We love
Corbin
you.
Bear.
Corbin
Yes,
Bear.
Corbin Bear
we
coming
love
in
you.
too.
James.
We love you all. Thank you. Do
Thanks,
please
guys.
donate if you can to the Fallout for Hope. And we will see you again in 2 weeks. So please do
2
come
weeks
back.
time. Yes, and all YouTube and Patreon members, there's a as soon as I push this button, hold on, I'll do it right now. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Okay, we'll do it live.
There you go.
Live.
Go ahead, check out the Patreon or the YouTube membership windows there, and you can check out my breakdown of all of the Nuka World reveals, which you can watch right now. There you go. And
All
for,
right,
and for the rest
come
of you, it'll be up tomorrow. There you go.
Come on back in 2 weeks. We love you. And play that outro music if you would.
Yeah, bye everybody. We will see you
Bye, friend.
in a couple weeks. Adios, muchachos. That next show, that's the 8th of October. So see you on October 8th. Bye.
October the 8th.
Bye.